Hello, welcome to Missing People's Psychic Readings. I'm Margaret. If you like, subscribe and put your thumbs up if you want. So I want to talk about the royal family, the Queen who just passed on. My first, I think it was first night. I'm here in Australia, in Victoria, so it's my birthday night. I think it is. Of the Friday morning. I'm not quite sure exact time when she passed. But before I start, if I sound cocky, sorry, I don't mean to. Yes, I just, it's just something I want to put out there because I know people are going to start saying things and doing things, and I just want to put this out there so people know this is where I got it. This is what I got from it, okay? Two, there's have been a lot of things here in Australia related to the royal family, in the magazines, on 9/7 network, I think it is, but I haven't been watching any of it. I didn't know the Queen was sick. I know her husband passed about a year and a half ago. But that's pretty much it. I didn't know anything else about it. Last time I watched something related to the royal family, it's when Charles and Lady Di got married. It was that long ago. I was a very young child. But that's pretty much what I know. So I don't know much about it, rather about the royal family. But like I said, if I sound cocky, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I know people are going through a grief with the royal family, with the Queen. I know one particular lady who loved the royal family, and I know she's probably going through grief with this. So I do feel sorry for people like her. So if I sound cocky, I don't mean to. Okay. But like I said, I just feel like I need to put this out there. I will probably wait a couple of days for this to let people go through it all, and then I'll put this on. So, but 2021, I predicted someone in the royal family was going to pass. I must admit, I didn't think it was the Queen. I had a funny feeling it was someone else. But yeah, I picked up someone in the royal family was going to pass, okay? Yeah, so that was in 2021. So go further into it. I think it was not this Saturday, today. It's Saturday here in Melbourne. And I think she passed on the Friday morning, Melbourne time. Australia, if you want to know. And before that happened, I think it was that Saturday before it happened, I knew something was coming up. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was good or bad, but I knew something was coming up, right? So I didn't think much of it. I kind of let it play out. I mean, because I don't know what it is, I just had to let it play out, right? So it came to Tuesday night, I was saying, I had a dream. I have it on this channel. I put down the dates for you in the back section. I did, okay, with the royal family. And I thought, that's odd. I did see fire, and I thought, this is not good. So I knew it wasn't good, and I knew it was somewhere speaks English. That's all I knew, because I heard the word nurse, right? So nurse is quite an English word, right? So that's okay. I leave it, go to a community centre with art, talked about that. That's fine. Go home on that Wednesday night. This is a Australian time, Wednesday. And what happened? I went on YouTube, no, on the internet. You know how you have chat thing when you talk to each other, and well, someone asked for reading, and they passed this picture on to me. It's just a picture of this guy called Matthew. I think he's a psychic medium. I could be wrong here. And he's on TV. I don't know if he's American or English, but he's on TV, okay? This guy. Didn't think much of it, just left it, right? Then I saw this picture about this young girl. This was all on Wednesday night. And she passed in 2022. And she was 8 years old. That's all I knew about her. I couldn't read what the names were. I do have dyslexiia here, so I didn't know, right? So I saw that and I texted them and say, do you want to read him? And the person said, I just want to know who's phoning, who's not, right? The phone is a word, it's me saying that, it's another word that she said. Okay, and I thought, okay, I'll do a reading for this person, okay? So that's okay, I'll show what I did the reading with. And it was this here, I don't know if you can see it, I'll put it on YouTube as a blog, all right, so you can see it. And it was really interesting because I'll tell you what I picked up. A black holding car, right? I picked up a man in his 40s. He's got black hair. Nothing to do with this young girl's death. Got two names, Harry and something like lawyer or lawyer, something like that, okay? I've got a house, it's brick and wooden, sorry. I get a street, I think it's a street on the way, it's called Terrace Lane. I'll get a black hat, it's old, and it's got a white spot on its left leg, alright? Back left leg, alright? What else did I get? I got a niece or cousin, something like that, okay? And I get she knew about her death, okay? I got that she knew about her death. And I said, I said niece, I got the word niece, okay? And like I said, this is a very uncommon thing. I mean, this is very common, but I thought I had to say it. And I got, I love you, all right? It's just, I love you, yeah. And I sent it through, the person said, oh, this got nothing to do with this girl's death. I'm going, okay. And then I get another text saying, what do you mean by that? She knew her death, right? And of course, me being me, because I thought she was just been, yeah, I won't say it, but she was just, yeah. And I said, well, if I'm wrong, why does it matter? That's what I said to him, and so that's all right. But then after that, I went on the news, on YouTube, and it was really weird, because I went on the YouTube, and I realised I've been reading the Queen has passed, right, and I'm looking at it, and I thought, oh, that's interesting, you know, and I don't follow the royal family, like I said, I don't follow them, so I didn't think much of it. But I thought to myself, I wonder, what did they talk about, I think it was Harry in a black car. I picked up a black holding card in this reading. That's interesting, okay, for nothing of it. And I thought, I wonder if the Queen had a black cat. Looked it up. I did see grey, but I didn't really see black, but that's okay. I thought maybe that's close enough for me. Then I thought, I wonder if the grandkids, like Prince William and Prince Harry, I think it's the two I picked up on, how old are they? And I picked up Harry, I looked at and I go, 37 years old. Into it, that's close to 40. But then for some reason I looked up Prince William. He's 40 years old, and I could be wrong here, but I saw the side of his hair, you know, he's just got nothing here, but he's here. He looked like he's got black hair, and I thought, that's really interesting. I thought, I wonder if that reading's meant to be related to the royal family. So I texted to them, to this person, and I won't say names because I don't know if this person wants to know it, people to know it. And I said, sorry, I think this is meant to be for the royal family. This is related to the Queen's death, been watching the news and it sounds like her. I'm sorry about that. So that's really interesting. I thought that's really, really weird. Just for one thing, I thought it was all related to this lady girl, because the weird thing about when I did the reading, when I tested to this lady, I got teary eyes, like emotional teary eyes. And I thought, that's really weird in myself. I thought, I must have gotten it right. But then when I read about the Queen's death and looked more into it, I thought, this is connected to the Queen. Yeah. So that night, I went to sleep. I think it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. No, yeah, Friday night, I think it was. I can't remember. I had another dream and I thought I'd share it with you. I don't know. I feel like it's related to the Queen. And I thought it was really interesting, right? So in a room with a group of people. I don't know what the room is. It's kind of like a creamy, greyish, bluish room with doors kind of like this wooden, okay? And there's this people around. I see a lady with brown hair, a red dress, talking to a person next to them, okay? This person, and saying, we need to be careful what we say here or do here, okay? Something along that line, okay? Then I think I'm outside, could be wrong. I'm outside, holding things, right? And I have a bag of fish fingers or chicken fingers. If you don't know what they are, this is this long thing with chicken or fish with bread crumbs around it, yeah? Yeah. And I say to this person, and I feel like it's, I don't know, I think it's Prince William's wife. I could be wrong here. I feel like it's Prince William's wife. I don't know why. That's like it is, right? And I say to this person, do we really need these? We got about 7 or 8 of them here and about 10 or 9 of them here. Do we need more of these? That's what I say, okay? That's okay. And then I'm in this same room. I feel like it's the same room. It's the one with the creamy, greyish, bluish walls with the wooden door. And this kind of got a kind of a bar. I don't know, it's like what kind of bar it is, but it's a bar with a TV, okay? It's a TV. And I keep on going back to the Queen here. I don't know why. I keep on going back to the Queen. And it's images and clips of the Queen, okay? They're showing her. And we're all watching her intense. Nothing major, it's intense watching it. We're not upset, but we're not happy. It's intense, right? So that's okay. Wake up. But I got this funny feeling related to the royal family. Didn't think much of it. Then last night I had another dream, and it's really interesting. Before that, it's really interesting. I'm watching a show called NICS. It's an American show, and it had my favourite character in it, Abby. And she just got shot with another guy, right? And she's just leaving the show. And for some reason I keep on going, when I was watching her, I thought of the royal family. I don't know why. And maybe because of that grief thing, because she was, in this episode, she was leaving the show, okay? And if anyone knows about loss and grief, it doesn't mean this death. It just means someone's leaving you or you lost something, okay? So it kind of made me think about it that way. And I think that's why the Queen was in my head at that time. So I went to sleep last night, and I have another dream, right? And I think it's just more, I don't know what it is really, but I'm standing on something. I don't know what it is, but I'm standing on something. I see a young lady. It's really weird because I want to say Abby, but no, it's not Abby, right? And she's must have said something. And I put my hands up and I go, I agree with Paula. That's why I know it's not Abby, right? I agree with Paula, right? That's okay. And then I don't know what we are, in front of a fridge or a water tank, something like that. And I get my hands up again and I turn to this person for gut instinct. And that's where the dream ends. And that's when today is. Now I'm sharing this all with you and you're probably thinking, what the heck? As you can see, probably most of this is related to the Queen. And like I said, I never saw the royal family. Like I said, the last time I saw someone related to the royal family was when Prince Charles and Lady Di got married. I know when someone said to me, because people know I can have dreams that come true, someone comes to me and asked me about the Queen's, Lady Di's death. Did I pick anything related to that? And of course I said no, I didn't pick anything up related to that. And I'm the first one to say, if I pick something up, I'll say it. If I don't, I don't. In this situation, then with Lady Di. But with the Queen, as you can see, I picked up a whole heap of stuff. I did a reading for someone. Do you realise it wasn't related to her? It's all related to the Queen one. So the reason I'm putting this one out there, because I know people are going to start talking about, oh, I did this, I did that, kind of thing. As you can see, I'm just a genuine person, and I just want to put that out there to you. But two, when you do a reading, you do things wrong, but at the same time, and this is not related to the Queen, this is related to this lady, and I want people to think about this later on, and when they do readings, people to get readings from people. When you get a reading from someone, it's okay to say that person got it wrong, like I got it wrong, didn't think much of it, right? But you don't ask afterwards, what do you mean by this? Because if you get it wrong, you get it wrong, right? So you just have to go with it, right? But it's different to say, oh, you got this right, but this wrong. Yeah, that's fine. Then you can ask, okay, what do you mean that you knew about her death? That's different. But this person completely said, no, you got it completely wrong. That's fine. And I would apologise by that if I did get it wrong, right? But don't ask straight after that, what do you mean by this? Because that makes no sense to someone who's doing a reading for you, okay? So it really makes sense. Make sure that look into it. And I did say with this person too later on, some of this might come true to later, okay? But that's just a small thing I just want to share that with you. But two, like I said, I want to really hone in. If someone comes along and say this and this, what two things I would say to you? Make sure they can prove it to you, okay? That's why I'm going to put this one out there later on the YouTube, so you guys can see exactly what I said, and I'm not making it up, okay? So it's there. It was the night before the Queen passed, or that early in that morning. Not exactly the time of her death, okay? That's me. I don't know the exact time, but yeah, just make sure if that person's saying something to you and you're not sure, say prove it to me. Or if they can't prove it to you, or you don't like that proof, really make sure, look into it and say, does this make sense or doesn't make sense? And just leave it with that. Don't say, yeah, this makes no sense, and then ask a question afterwards, okay? Because it goes both ways. You get carnalis readers, yeah, but at the same time, people really want to prove that you're wrong, and they do anything to get what you're wrong, yeah. So that's what I'm doing it. So I'm gonna leave this at this. Hope the people who's going through the grief, hope everything's okay with you, because I know it's a big thing for people. I know a lot of people are following the Queen, and it's like she's their family. So I hope everything's okay with you, and if it's not, it will get better, okay? And I'm not a person who says this is what God looks like and this is what heaven's like. I don't believe in telling you something I don't see or I don't hear. I don't believe in that. But things will get better for you, okay? This is just kind of a proof for you. Like, it's just who I am. And if someone say this and this, and you're not sure, always make sure somehow get them to prove it to you, okay? No matter what it is, okay? So I hope you like it. I hope everything's okay with you guys who going through this with the Queen. And I'll see you next time for another missing person or a dream. Bye.